One, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss topic 57b, that is remaining parts of stress physiology. And here first of all we are going to discuss creation of water deficit inside tissue system in relation to injury. Creation of water deficit inside tissue system in relation to injury. How water deficit inside tissue system in relation to injury is created. Injury to plants, whether it is mechanical or physical or any type, exposes the internal cells to exposure. What happens due to injury? Either it be mechanical, physical or any kind, it exposes plant internal cell to atmosphere. Exposes internal cells to atmosphere. So higher osmotic pressure in the atmosphere causes excess water loss in the form of transpiration from plant cell. So what happens in atmosphere? There is higher osmotic pressure. There is higher atmospheric pressure in atmosphere, which leads to excess water loss from cells. Loss from cells in form of transpiration. And then what happens? Cells start shriveling. There is shriveling of cells. So water deficit leads to wilting of that area, decreasing stomatal opening, and due to shriveling of cells, the cells shrivel, and this shriveling of cells shows the results of wilting. How plant is not at good condition, plant is not intact properly, the leaves get not in good condition, वो मुरझा जाते हैं क्योंकि सेल shrivel करता है. And this water deficit leads to wilting of that area. This water deficit leads to wilting of that area, decreasing stomatal opening and closing, alter chemical component, and they also alter, and this water deficits lead to wilting, and they also alter chemical composition of cell. So in long cold night, water loss from injured plant part is also forms the water droplets, and in cold night the loss of water is also formed in droplets from the cells, which is known as guttation. So that will happen when water deficit is created inside tissue system in relation to injury. These things will happen. Now moving on. What is the tolerance mechanism to water deficit due to injury? These things will happen due to injury. How plants will tolerate these things? Tolerance mechanism to water deficit due to injury. How plant will tolerate it? First of all, there will be reduced amount of water being reduced amount of water during stress condition. There is reduced amount of water during stress condition. Increased osmotic pressure of plant cell. What it does? It increases osmotic pressure of plant cell. Such as increased osmotic pressure permits plant to utilize better soil moisture, and this increased osmotic pressure helps plant to utilize better the soil moisture. Soil moisture due to increased pressure utilizes soil moisture nicely. The plant utilizes soil moisture nicely. So, and it is able to fight atmospheric osmotic pressure also. So there is accumulation of ABA, and ABA is accumulated and the stomata is closed, so that transpiration is reduced or stopped. So there is inhibition of protochlorophyll and enzyme activities. Inhibition of CH means chlorophyll, protochlorophyll and enzyme activities. There is also stimulation of lip abscission, that is enhanced synthesis of ethylene. Stimulation of lip abscission, that is, as you know, that enhanced ethylene leads to lip sensation, so therefore there is enhanced higher rate of ethylene is released. And accumulation of compatible solutes such as proline, and there is accumulation of compatible solutes such as proline, etc. And it leads to decreased photosynthesis. There are plants also so decreased photosynthesis, translocation and assimilation and respiration. Decreased photosynthesis, decreased translocation, decreased translocation of acylinates, and also decreased respiration. So this is how plants tolerate due to injury in water deficit. Plant tolerate to water deficit due to injury. Now moving on to next topic of this session, that is host plant resistance. That is HPR. It refers to inheritable qualities of cultivar to counteract the. It refers to inheritable. No, so not inheritable. It refers to heritable. Heritable qualities of cultivar to counteract the activities of insects. Counteract the activities of insects so as to cause minimum percent reduction in yield as compared to other cultivars at same as compared to other cultivars with same condition, that is with same amount of insect attack. So it is the heritable quality of cultivar to counteract the activities of insects to minimum reduction of yield. So as there is minimum reduction of yield, this is host plant resistance. What are the basis of HPR? Basis of host plant resistance. It is of two types, that is behavioral and physiological. So behavioral, that is irritants in plants, simulants, stimulants, repellents that repel the insects, deterrents and attractants. So these are the behavioral basis of host plant resistance. Now what are the physiological basis? These are nutrients, physiological inhibitors, intoxicants, allelochemicals, such as these toxicants are, you can say for example allelochemicals, terpenoids, alkaloids, etc. So these are first basis of these are biochemical basis. The basis of host plant resistance, and these were the biochemical basis, and biochemical basis is divided into two types, not behavioral and physiological, and second is biophysical or morphological basis. Second is biophysical or morphological basis. It is trichomes on plant surface, waxes on surface, hardness of plant tissue, thickening of cell walls and cuticle, thickening of cell wall and cuticle, and anatomical modifications, silica content, change in color, change in shape and size, so these are biophysical or morphological basis of host plant resistance, and the first one were biochemical basis. So hope you understand this. Now moving on to the next topic of this session, that is plant anti-transpirants. Here we are going to discuss plant so as the name suggests, anti-transpirants, that is substances which are applied to plant to retard their transpiration, substances which retard transpiration. That is, from the name suggests, anti-transpirants. For example, you can say PMA, that is phenyl mercuric acetylate, or you can say ABA, that is abscisic acid. Now what are the applications of anti-transpirants? First number, they close stomata and reduce transpiration. What happens? Rate of CO2 diffusion in leaf also reduces, leading to photosynthetic rates, and it also reduces rate of CO2 diffusion in leaves, which also leads to low photosynthesis. For example, for this PMA, ABA, high CO2 concentration, these all three close stomata or reduce transpiration or reduce photosynthesis. They inhibits the loss of water vapor from leaf, reduces loss of water vapor from leaf. You can do this by using thin film coating. So this is a type of mechanical barrier. Here we can use waxes, plastic films, silicone oils, etc. Moving on to another applications. It helps us in reflecting light by leaves, reflecting lights from leaves, reflecting light. as light induces transpiration, or due to height there is high transpiration, so we will reflect light from lift by increasing reflection. And also here water loss is reduced without affecting CO2 assimilation. Here water loss is reduced without affecting CO2 elimination. So here we can use kaolinite, lime water, etc. They are also act as growth retardant, that is reduces shoot growth and increases root growth. Reduces shoot growth and increases root growth. Here we can use ABA, Psychocell. What Psychocell do? It improves water status in plants. It improves water status in plants. They reduce transpiration shock in nursery plants. Reduce they protect yield from water state. Protect yield from water stress. Yield from water stress. So these are the applications of anti-transpirants. Hope you understand this. So that is all of today. You must know that we have completed the physiology part, that is more than 50%, or around 50 to 60% part of paper 2 of agriculture is completed. And I think in some days, or you can say moreover a month, we will be completing the whole paper 2. So for any queries, do comment. Thanks for the support. Do like, do please subscribe and share. Keep making notes. That's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.